Hey guys, so as I'm sure you all know, this morning Theresa May announced another general election.
Not another one?
Here she is outside her home in 10 Downing Street announcing it this morning.
I have just chaired a meeting of the Cabinet where we agreed that the government should call a general election to be held on the 8th of June.
You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this. There's too much politics going on at the moment. Why does she need to do it?
And I just thought I would do like a reaction video based on my opinion of this, because personally I feel that this is a terrible idea. I mean, of course there are positives and negatives like there are to every argument about a particular topic, but my personal opinion is that it's a terrible idea. And reason being is because I think as much as the high likelihood is that she's going to win, there's still a possibility that she's going to lose. There's always that possibility, and even though the papers and the news are saying that it's a high probability that she will win, I personally don't think it's going to happen. I do think she's going to lose. I personally will probably be voting for her, but again, I can't see her winning. I think she's caused a lot of aggravation for a lot of the British people, so I think they're going to vote against her. But as I say, that's one thing that's going to be, obviously that's one negative for, it's going to be thrown back in her face. It's not going to work out for her. But I'm diversifying, but the point I'm trying to make is I think the positives and negatives of the fact that she's announced the general election. The positives are the fact that if she does win, then she's going to have a much stronger mandate than she already has now, because there's going to be more trust there, and Westminster are going to have to be more together, because as she actually said in her speech, she feels that the British public are together, they're all for it, all for everything that she's been doing, but she thinks that Westminster are divided. So the main problem is Westminster rather than the British public. But of course now it's now down to the British public to make Westminster happier. I guess it's not really the right word, but by doing that, by voting more of them in, by voting her in again, therefore going to make Westminster slightly come together more, because they're going to know that's what the British people want for sure. So therefore meaning that she has a stronger mandate than she does now. Obviously the negatives, like I say, because if she does lose and another party comes into power, of course, for example Labour, there's going to be a whole new take on the Brexit process, entirely new, and everything post Article 50 is going to start again. The entirety of it is going to start again. Everybody is already beginning to get used to how Theresa has put it forward. Of course, obviously not everything is confirmed how it's going to be done. I know Article 50 has been signed, but what the negotiations are between us and the EU and the single market and all that sort of thing has not been confirmed, which of course will be confirmed at the end of the 2 years that we have to make an agreement by 2019. But that's not the point. The point is, with Labour in power, or with the Democrats in power, or whoever in power, everything that she's put forward that the British people are trying to come to terms with is going to change. So we've finally got used to one idea, and now there's going to be a totally different idea to how Brexit is going to happen. And it's stupid, because it's not going to work out. And I personally feel that, I'm not saying one party is better than the other, or this one is amazing, because I don't hate. If you vote Labour in a general election, or you're for the Labour Party, then fair enough, good for you, I respect that. But from my point of view, I'm very much a conservative person, even though I'm gay, which is a kind of odd thing. I just feel that the Labour Party are not going to take a good action on it. Their action cannot be good, especially with Jeremy Corbyn in power. Yes, I said it. Yeah, okay. It's not going to work. Therefore, this means that the negatives are outweighing the positives here. So I think she's really, really made a bad decision by doing this. But this happens. I just really hope that she gets back into power. I mean, I'm not saying she's the best person for it, because she really isn't. Far from it. But at the same time, for such a big thing like Brexit, it's not a good idea to start it all over again now. We're too far in now to start it over again. It's way too far in. Okay, yeah, we have another 2 years, but it's not the point. It's too, even though I've just said it's not decided, it's almost like it is too decided to get a whole new take on it. It's just not a good idea. So, to sum it up,
I have just chaired a meeting of the Cabinet where we agreed that the government should call a general election.
This is not okay. This needs to stop now.
my opinion is that this is a terrible idea. This is the worst idea Theresa May could have come up with. It's a horrendous idea. She should have just left it and continued to pursue her way of Brexit, her way of governing, no matter what the House of Commons is like at the minute, no matter how divided it is. She needs to work harder to make it non-divided without having to call on a general election, because if she loses, not only is the entire general public screwed because of the change, like I already mentioned, the change of how the Brexit process will work, she's also kicked herself in the arse because she's lost her position as Prime Minister just because she called on an election. And yeah, my personal opinion is it's a very terrible idea, but please let me know in the comments below what you think, if you think it's a good idea, or if you think there are more positives or negatives to the idea of her winning or losing. And I guess I will see you next week for another video. Bye!
Not another one?